So, viewers, today we are going to review a VPN called Surfshark. But before we get into the review, we'll try to understand its web interface, or web control panel. And down here, you can see I am using a 6-day trial. Well, it's actually a 7-day trial, but 1 day has already passed. So let's start from the right side. Here you can see the login code. This login code feature is useful if you set it up. It means when you log in on another device, you won't need to enter your user ID and password repeatedly. You can simply log in using just the login code. Next is account settings. Inside the account settings option, you can see login details. From here, under account password, you can change your password. Then you can turn on two-factor authentication from here. Also, down here, you can see it shows your primary email address. Then, if you have linked it to Google, it will show the Google link, or you can link your account from here. Below that, you can also link it using your Apple ID. Next comes Preferences. Inside Preferences, as you can see, there is English and many other languages available. So if you want, you can convert it to your desired language. Okay. I'm not converting the language right now because I might not be able to switch back easily. Next, we have email communications. You can change your email communication settings from here. You can add an email address if you like. You can toggle the communications you receive via email on or off from here. Since they occasionally send many promotional messages or updates about their service, you can choose to edit those preferences here. Okay, then what you need to check is the subscription option. When you come to the subscription option, you can see it shows products here, specifically which product I am currently using. I am using the VPN product and the alternative ID product. My subscription started on February 10th. It's for 7 days, meaning it will expire on February 17th. Below that, they have many other products available. If I look at the products one by one, I can see there is a product called Web Content Blocker. This is used for various things. It's written here what it helps with, family devices, and much more stuff. The price for this is 182 taka and 10 paisa. Let's go back. That's not really useful for me, but those of you who need it can check it out. Next is Antivirus. In many cases, we actually need an antivirus. The price for the antivirus is also 182 taka and 10 paisa. If anyone needs it, you can get it from here. It is applicable for compatible devices like Windows, Mac, and Android devices. Number 2 is Alert. Notify your data. If there is any data leak on your computer, this will identify it. For example, if your credit card data is ever leaked in any way, it will notify you via an alert. This is a pretty good feature. Then there is Search. This includes a safe search option to avoid ad tracking and includes many other things. The price for this is also 182 taka. I'm going back. Next, we have Dedicated IP. Now this is something very necessary for me, and for those who work with specific IPs or VPNs, this is a very important feature. So you can buy a dedicated IP here for 458 Bangladeshi taka. If converted to dollars, it might be around $4, perhaps a bit less. And here you can see the country list. You have to select your dedicated IP from the countries listed here. There are many countries provided, so you can easily get a dedicated IP from here if you want. If I go back again, there is the alternative number option. From here, you can purchase a virtual number from Surfshark. Often, we need a virtual number for various purposes. You can get a virtual number with a US country code from here, and the price will be within 280 Bangladeshi taka. That means it's very cheap. Let's scroll down a bit more. Here is another thing called Incogni. What exactly Incogni is used for, I don't have an analysis on this at this moment. I will find out and let you know about this later. The next option is Ideas. I'm not really understanding what is being said here, so I'm going to ignore this one. Policies and Reports. Here they have provided some information. The terms of service and policies are listed here. Now here is the main thing. the feature that is necessary for me. This is actually the most important part of this control panel. It shows how many devices are currently using this VPN and since when they have been using it. It also shows what kind of devices they are. For example, if I filter by device, computer, I have one computer using it. Here is phone. It's being used on 2 phones. Then moving on to tablet, it's being used on a tablet. Then if I select web account, I can see how many web accounts are logged in. I can rename them from here if I want. And here is disconnect all. If I click this, all accounts will be disconnected. Or if I select specific ones and click disconnect device, only that one will disconnect. You can also see there is a power icon next to each. If you click that power icon, that specific device will be deleted from the account or disconnected. There isn't much else here. There is a help center and a logout option. If you go into the help center, there is some data written there from which you can gather necessary information, but it's not of any use to me right now. Okay, then I'm coming here to log out. Clicking this will log out the account. After that, I'm back on the VPN homepage. As you can see on the homepage, mask your email with alternative ID. I haven't created this as I don't need it right now. If you need it, you can look into it. In that case, they will give you an email address, and that email address will be linked to your actual email address. Download apps. Here you can see many options. First, there is Linux. The download and installation option for Linux is completely manual. You have to install and work it via command lines. The information is provided here. Honestly, this is a bit complicated, and I understand this part a little less. Okay, what I do understand is that you can download the app using a QR code. You can directly install it on the Chrome browser. There are also options for Firefox and Edge. Then, phones and tablets. If you use an Apple phone, you can download it from the Apple iOS store below, and here is the Android Play Store. If you don't have Play Store access, you can click Get APK to download it directly to your device. Okay, then setup guides. Here you have guides for desktop, mobile, browser extension, and how to set it up on a smart TV. And it's not just Android Smart TV, you can use it on Fire TV, Android TV, and Apple TV. There's no shortage of device compatibility. Okay, I'm going back to downloads. We saw the setup guide. Next is refer and earn. You can earn income by referring others. Okay, now we are coming to the main part, VPN. This is a very important matter. Here you can see this is actually the most attractive part for me. That is, you can use it if you want manually. For example, you can use it through an application like WireGuard. To use it via WireGuard, you will need to install software like Android WireGuard, iOS WireGuard, macOS WireGuard, and Windows WireGuard. There are 2 options here. I have a key pair and I don't have a key pair. If you don't have a key pair, you select that. If you do, as you can see, I have one, so I'll delete it and get a new key pair. If I go here and click I don't have a key pair, it asks me to provide a name. I'll name it Tiny. Okay, next. Generate a new key pair. You can see a new key pair has been created here, and you have to log in using this. Locations, you can find many locations here. You will download these locations and use them via WireGuard. Okay, WireGuard is done. Next is OpenVPN. In OpenVPN, you can also generate new credentials. If you generate new credentials here, the password changes. And from here, you can see that you have to use it through applications like Android OpenVPN, iOS OpenVPN, Linux, macOS OpenVPN, and Windows OpenVPN. And from here, what you have to do is, there are many locations. You have to download the configuration for those locations like this. You will download it and then be able to use it. Or you can copy the server address and server IP from here to connect. Okay, next comes IKEV2. You can use IKEV2 on a PC, or I have used it on Windows 10. I will show a separate video on that. You can use Android IKEV2, iOS, and macOS. There are locations here too. Just download it, check the information, download the certificate, and you can connect this way. I will try to make separate tutorials for each of these connections individually. Please subscribe to my channel so you can learn these things beautifully and individually. Next, let's come to router. If you have WireGuard on your router, or if you use a DDWRT or OpenWRT router, or router WireGuard, there are many router model numbers listed here, so you can use it with these. Okay, I'm closing this. Under the router option, you can use it on a VPN router, Tomato, OpenWRT, DDWRT, ASUS-WRT. From here, you can take the same location information. IKEV2 has the same options here. I have already shown you dedicated IP and web content blocker. So now that we are here, let's explore this application a little bit. That begins by going into the settings. Once inside settings, you can see the Quick Connect button, followed by Auto Connect, and then there's an option called CleanWeb. This feature blocks ads, trackers, and malware whenever the VPN is connected, ensuring that you stay safe. Okay? Next is the kill switch. The kill switch cuts off the internet if the VPN connection drops, protecting your data and your network connection until it reconnects. Okay? The Android native kill switch is also an option here. And then there's protocol. From here, you can select exactly which protocol you want to use. If you keep it on automatic, it will connect using whichever protocol works best at that moment. And if you set it to WireGuard, then only WireGuard will be used. Okay? So coming down further, there's another option. This is the bypasser. This allows apps and websites to bypass the VPN tunneling. Okay? Next comes advanced settings. Inside advanced settings, you can see Discover on LAN, meaning if you have this turned on, you will also be able to access your LAN network. Override GPS location. Match the GPS location VPN when VPN location. When you are connected to the VPN, your device will follow that specific location. Use rotating IP. If you keep this enabled, your IP will change every 5 to 10 minutes. And NoBorders. Support internet connectivity around the world. NoBorders, well, you know this one. Everyone knows it. Use small packets. Small packets are keeping small packets enabled is good for you. You can transfer small amounts of data very nicely. It will work well, okay? Next, the settings end here. We're going back, and if we go into Products, here we can see there is VPN. If I go into Products again, there is the Alternative ID option. And if we go after that, Upgrade your subscription, there is an option here to upgrade the subscription. So here you can update many more things if you want. Very simple and clean, okay? Now, if I come to Home, once at Home, you can see here that if you click on these 3 dots, you will find a huge number of countries here that you can connect to. A huge number of countries. We will try to review each of these countries to see what kind of speed is available in which country, so stay tuned with our channel. Next, notice at the very top, let me try to mark it and show you, right here, this spot. See, there is a clock-like icon in this spot. If you click on this clock-like icon, then for every IP here, a time will appear next to it showing what the ping is. It will likely show you the ping, all right? Here, it is showing the ping. The ping for every IP will appear here, okay? Even if you tap here, you can see virtual location, static IP, show speed metrics. Here, refresh speed metrics, okay? It will show latency here. Sorry, this shows latency here, not ping. It will show latency, okay? Now, if you come to the left side, you can see static IP is listed here. If you go into these, you will find the static IPs from here. For example, here, if I connect to Germany, then it will connect to a German static IP here. It will always connect to this specific IP address. Okay? So I'm disconnecting from here. And afterwards, as you can see, here we have MultiHop. With this MultiHop feature, you can simultaneously connect to 2 VPN locations. For example, here we have Hong Kong via Singapore. If you connect here, your connection will be established through both Hong Kong and Singapore. So let me go back. Let's return there. Here in MultiHop, as you can see, there are double hops available. So here you can create a multi-connection. Here you are able to create a custom multi-connection. Suppose you choose Australia, Perth, and combine it with Albania. You can create it just like this. Then click Connect. There, your multi-hop connection is now active. You can manually create a multi-hop connection this way. Okay? So next, got it. Now we are moving on to the dedicated IP section. If you have purchased a dedicated IP, you will find that specific dedicated IP right here. And using that dedicated IP, you can connect to your desired network. That is all for now. If this video was helpful to you and you would like to see more videos like this again, then please make sure to subscribe to our channel.